Hello and welcome, my name is Ajaxpost and you join me here once again in Transport Fever 2 overlooking our freight hub, the Ajaxima Epic MMX. And when I was ending the last episode I was creating that little final view of the completed up-to-date freight hub station here. And I pulled out and I looked at that and I thought, well, hang on, this train station, this freight hub, is pretty much the same size. It's half the size of an entire city, our hub city. In fact, it's probably larger than that. So this is our hub city of Ajaxima. Let's bring the UI back so you can see. And yeah, it's getting huge. Yeah, scale isn't something this game is terribly good at, but to be honest, it's a game. I don't mind. I'm okay with that. So what have we got planned for today? What I would like to do is add in a freight route up to here to Erawan. I think it's one of the last towns. Oh, Rangpur. No, Rangpur does get food, doesn't it? Yes. So Erawan up there. That's our north end of the... No. Yeah, this is the correct way of the map. This is the way of the map. Yes, the southmost town of Erawan. It doesn't get any goods at all. So I'd like to get that connected. So I might do some more messing about with this side of the freight hub, which we left out last time. But before we do that, there's a couple of maintenance things I want to address first off, which, to be honest, I keep turning the map around this way, which mostly affects this side of the map, but we'll get into that. We've been running for a good few years, and you can tell that by looking at the age of some of our vehicles. So if we switch this into descending age, yeah, we've got a train here. It's just the one train, which is 26 years old, which is quite old. So I'm thinking it probably is time to address that. And what I'll do is I'll have a quick look at some of these other old vehicles here and just have a quick replacement frenzy of all these vehicles. So let's have a look at Fukushima Cargo Bulk. Yeah, we've been adding trains to this route for quite some time. So if we look at this, this was one of our first large freight routes because it connects the food that comes from this factory here, the commat from this construction materials plant here, and brings that into everything, into that station for Fukushima, and takes these materials for distribution elsewhere. So it's quite a nice to and fro route, and as you can see, doing quite nicely. 2.25 million, yeah, in profit at the moment. It's a good route. Now, are we... Yeah, we've got a load of combat waiting to go back. What have we got at the other end of the route in the Epic MMX? One thing I'm really quite happy to see is that my main freight hub is not overflowing. I mean, there's lots of routes coming in here, as we saw, as you can see here. And some of them are a lot busier than others, and some of them really aren't busy enough. But, you know, we're not overloaded, which is good. So we've got the right amount of trains on. Fukushima, there you are. Just 10 going back, just 10 grain going back. Okay. So what have we actually got on there at the moment on this line? What trains do we have going? So we've got our oldest train, which is going back to the hub. We've got this train, which is also going to the hub, carrying just combat. And our latest train coming back, carrying more combat. Yeah, as we've noted before, there's once you interconnect your routes, if you don't specify exactly what cargo goes on which train, then the game will just send stuff all over the map. As long as it makes money, I don't mind too much, to be honest with you. Right, so what do we want on here? It's going to be a multi-purpose set of wagons. Actually, I want to change all these vehicles, I suppose. So, which is our oldest one? Train 8. And I believe you're all the same basic consist. So what do we have here in Train 8? We have Kansai Railway Class 30 going at 40 miles an hour. You could go with being a bit faster perhaps. It's not a huge long route. And your capacity is 117, carrying pretty much everything. So what can we replace you with? Let's have a look. What's the power on our existing locomotive? We have... Really? 360 kilowatts? Oh my goodness, that's unreal. That's not good power at all. We need more than that. So power rating. So I think 62 is a good one, and that's more than double the power. Actually 56 would be okay. Only 736 though. I'm starting to use these a lot actually on quite a few routes. It's a relatively modern locomotive, came into service in 1928. We're currently in October 1930. Now, you're a lot more powerful, but not that much faster than we are at the moment. We've got the good old Chinese. Now the thing is, could we put a much longer consist on here than we have at the moment? Let's play with it. Let's see what we could do. So what wagons have we got? A 2-1 or TO1 and a WA1. Okay. So that's you. You're only going 40. Yeah, and where's the WA1? That's you. You're going to go 40. Let's see if we can find something of a similar sort of capability in terms of carrying different types of freight. We're not going to get it, are we? Actually, looking at this, I want speed in that case. Something more than 40. So we can go 50 on this locomotive. We could do... Could do the flat car with side stakes and the box car, but we'll need the gondola as well to carry the grain. Oh, or we could just go with the NAFI, which carries everything regardless. We've got fuel as well. Do we want a properly mixed up consist? Okay, let's see what... So what we're carrying here is mostly conmat and food. So that's these two wagons here. Okay, so if we put in 3 of you, 4 of you, 3 of you, so you're 12. Yeah, we're going to want more than that, aren't we? And the gondola, a couple of those. Speed is our power rating is mediocre now. So how does that compare to what we've got at the moment? So there you're at 40 miles an hour in 136, and you're better regardless. 120 capacity. It's not much more capacity actually, is it? Yeah, I don't think grain is the big thing. Okay, let's put another freight car on there. Sorry, a flat car. There you go. So that gives me 132. I could replace all of them for 27.5 million. Wow, it's nearly it's not quite a third of my current bank balance. I've gone and done it. I don't know what mess that will have made of my trains here. So what have we got? We've got train 8 there, we've got train 15 and train 28. Don't think we've lost too much of what we were carrying before. Okay, let's leave that. So that's the Fukushima one sorted. Another one is, right, it's another big passenger route, fast passenger route. So this is the DMVN Fu line. And what you're doing is going at 43. Ooh, yes, you're old and slow. We need you to be better and faster. Now, I did in fact replace the trains on the Baghdad route off camera. So what have we got here? So you guys can go at 59. You are, yeah, that deflector class that we were looking at earlier, and the Suha. Yeah, I think we can probably do something similar here for the DMVN Fu, because that is from Ajaxpost there to DMVN Fu here. That's a moderately long route. I think we should do that. So I'll take both of you. And the locomotive, it was one of you. Which train are we using for Baghdad? It's the cut deflector, which is that one. We use the same one for DMVN Fu? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And the passenger wagon. It was... Oh, there you are. You're these. You got 59. Yeah. We've got a 62 wagon here. But your capacity is actually better. Could use you, actually. You're quite an old wagon, which is why I changed it to the Suha, because it's a much more modern passenger wagon. But DMVN Fu's right at the other end of the island almost, isn't it? So I think they would have an older wagon, definitely, but more capacious. So what's the capacity on this? Is 92. So if we put one of you, and one of you, that's 72. Yeah, you don't go. Yeah, you do impact on the performance. No, don't want you. So we'll put one of you on. That's 96. It's a couple more, which is fine. The line itself, are you profitable? Reasonably, yeah, I'm happy with that. 16 million. Wow, we are spending money today. Let's do that. Actually, what's the performance there? 62 in 130, as opposed to... Yeah, that's. I'm not going to worry too much about those performances. I look at them because I just like looking at numbers. I'm a little bit strange like that, perhaps. Our next one, we're not going to worry about Fukushima grain, but what we are going to look at... Oh, we'll do the buses now, actually, first, while we're in DMVN Fu. We haven't had a new bus for quite some time. So these are looking very ancient. I mean, a 21-year-old bus. No, they are profitable, though, here in DMVN Fu. We can either increase the maintenance on them, which will bring them back into reasonably good condition, but that's a cost issue, and I don't want to increase our costs too much because I think they're not that profitable. So I think just replacing them all will be fine. So the Gaggenau, less than $1 million. Yeah, we'll do that. Job done. There's a couple to do with Manila. Okay, the passenger route here. Oh no, you're the freight route. Yes, it is the... right, yes, you are the one I want to talk about, actually. The Manila Freight route. So where is that train? Here you are. You're a lovely old-fashioned little train. Now, there isn't a great deal of food here for Manila. No. Yes, it is that one, isn't it? Yeah. And Manila really hasn't been growing, to be honest. As you can see, oops, on the chart. It grew quite steadily when we first connected it, because it was one of the first towns we connected to our hub, both for passengers and for freight. But since then it's just sort of tootled along and not gone anywhere in particular. Now, unfortunately, the other good that Manila wants is machines, and that's a more complex industry chain, which we haven't done at all yet. We don't have anyone, if I remember correctly, we don't have anyone actually creating machines, so we can't do that. Now, in terms of food, we're getting barely 30% of the demand, which is kind of curious, because looking at the catchment area of the freight station, which is this area here, if we look at the cargo demand, that's pretty much where all the food demand is. So it doesn't actually need a truck. So the train delivery will cover pretty much all of this. Even all the way down here. See, they're getting 100% of their food requirement. You're getting none. So I don't want to put a truck route in there. That'd be a wasteful expense, I think. But I think we could improve this service here. We could make the train a bit bigger and faster, which might encourage the game to put more food on that line. But the other thing we can do is actually get more food into the hub generally. We've got a fair amount, most of which is going up to DMVN Fu, to Jakarta and Kiev. It's going to a whole variety of places now. But you may remember a couple of episodes back we added in a new food factory here near Izmir. Yep, which is this one here. And what is happening now is that is delivering food into Jakarta, but also dropping food off here at Jakarta Station for shipment back to the hub for distribution to all the other towns. So what we want, I think, is to improve this train here, make it bigger and faster, perhaps put a second train on there. What's the frequency on this? 113. It's not a lot. So we want more food coming out of here. So it's bringing food down from the hub into Jakarta and also taking food back for other places. It's weird how the game prioritises delivery, but we're not going to worry too much about that here, I don't think. So what have we got on this train? If we manage this vehicle, it is carrying 75. It's only going at 40. And Jakarta again, it's not that long a route, but I think it could do with being faster than 40. Okay, let's edit this train. And what are you? You are the WAMU and the TOW, TA. So that's TA 6, that's you. The WAMU, yeah, the thing is these old box cars carry everything including grain, but I don't think we're carrying grain on this line at all. No. So I think box cars and fuel tankers is all we want. In fact, what I'll do is I won't edit it, I'll replace it outright. So another steam locomotive. And you were the Russian SCH, were you? Oh, you can do 47. But again, you're not terribly powerful. Now, the Chinese one is very powerful, so it costs a lot to run. Whereas these Japanese 462s, yeah, I think 4 million for that. Yeah, I think we'll go with the Japanese 462, this the C33. Sorry, C53, can't even read. And we'll have a standard deflector on this one. More powerful, faster, that's good. We'll take that. So again, we're going to go for faster wagons, I think. So it's going to be the... you only go... you go 50. Okay, so we'll put 4 of you on. And what do we have in terms of these box cars? I think you will do... Yep. So we'll replace you. Now you're on your way to Jakarta. Could I... Where is Jakarta? That's right, here we are. So that is that line there. I'm wondering... I think we could do with another train on there. Okay, so we'll manage this vehicle. If I clone you... There you go. So where's train 50? Should we watch you coming out of our little depot here? Eventually, because it is a very, as we've seen in the previous episodes, a very long depot. Yes, it's very deceptive. You can fit a whole train in there of goodness knows how many hundreds of meters in length. Now, are you going to go to Jakarta or into... Aha! I think you're going to go into the hub first. Yes, you are. Right. So that should get more food into the Epic MMX. Hopefully, some of which will be destined for... Ooh, we are overloading Chengdu. Ah, that's this line here, isn't it? Are you the Chengdu train? Click on... Oh, no, that's that. I'm clicking on the platform. Yes, I think that is. Yep, that's the platform for Chengdu. Is there a train on there? Oh, there's only one train. Oh, I was thinking actually of upgrading this one as well to add another train onto Chengdu. Train, which... Okay, where are you? It is a mighty long route. Oh, it's a very long route. There's only one train on there still. I could do with another one. Yeah, definitely. Definitely put another train on there. How fast are you going to go? 50? Oh, absolutely. I mean, the rate is only 70. Actually, can we? Is that NAFI the latest one we've got? Yes, it is. It only carries 8. Yeah, there'll be another NAFI coming along in some years' time. 1950, perhaps. I think we get a new NAFI, which might be faster and bigger. Unfortunately, the capacity of the NAFI is quite limited, but the speed is okay. Okay, we'll modify. We'll put another NAFI on there, and I'll then also clone that train as well. Good. Ah, now the slight issue we've got with this, oops, is that I don't know how on earth it's going to get to Chengdu, because that's there. There is no route from the depot here to that side of the station unless you're on the Baghdad, Fukushima routes up here. I think we might be a bit stuck. Actually, perhaps I do need to... Well, actually, if he can come through here... Yes, he can. I think he can just about get onto that line. Right, we'll leave that there. That should work. Okay. Right, no, I was looking at... we've fixed Jakarta. I want to fix Manila, don't I? Yes, I do. Which one's that one there? So what have we got here? You are going only... 36 is your capacity. Your speed is 37. Manila's not a big distance, to be honest. But I think we can do better than that. Let's replace you. And 43. Oh, you're a bit too powerful there. Yeah, I quite like this little Russian here. Actually, let's try you. And you are... Which wagon are you? The WA one. Which was you. Going up 40. That's okay, so we'll add a bit more capacity to it. Not much, but that will do. Okay. Oh, you're on your way back. Splendid. Okay. So I'm hoping that this Chengdu train can get through. So once you're out the way, can you slip in through there? It's looking remarkably positive. This... Wow. I wasn't expecting it to be... for that to actually work. So I'm really quite impressed. I mean, I did try to make it so that pretty much every line in this station was accessible from this depot. And I was expecting it to fail here. Oh, this is excellent. Right. That's good. And the thing with the Chengdu line, where's Chengdu? It's all the way down here. Is we've got all these goods coming up. Okay, not that many goods, but this is piling up. Good. Do we need more trucks on there? That's the one thing I have issue with in these early years of the game. I mean, it's 1930, so it's not right at the beginning, but there just aren't the trucks available in terms of either capacity or speed, but even just variety. So you're kind of stuck with the same barely adequate truck and bus for decades. I just wish there was a bit more selection on that. Unfortunately, I don't think it's something that the modders particularly fret about. They're much more focused on trains particularly, and more modern vehicles when it comes to road vehicles. There are some, but certainly later in the sort of the second half of the 20th century. So once you get past 1940, 1950, you do get a better selection. I wish there was a bit more choice here, but yeah, I mean, if I could mod, I would do it. But my skills, what skills I have, lie elsewhere. Yeah, let's put another couple of these darn things on there. Another 2. There you go. See if that can help get those goods to the train station for this new fast train. Okay, so where are we going to go from here? I think we haven't done any speed building at all in this episode, have we? Oh, no, before we do that, yes, I was planning on going to Era 1. We will do that in a moment. But what I wanted to do was get more grain to this food factory here. Because at the moment we've got one train carrying all the grain from this one farm. Yeah, and that line you can see is running at a rate of 218, which matches, in fact it's just above the production rate of the farm. In fact, when I came into this just before I started recording, the rate on the route was, I think, 199. So it is pretty much equalised there, which is kind of, I think, what you actually want. That trains or trucks or whatever take the cargo away as quickly as it's produced. But I think if we can increase the capacity of that train, add more grain to it, get more food coming out of here for our new Jakarta service to take back. Do we have enough boxcars on there? I don't know, might have to add more. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, we're going to put in a very simple truck route, I think, to get grain from here onto that station. So let's have a look at doing that, shall we? And do I have a road vehicle depot anywhere? Ooh, we have one there. And there's no way at all for you to get to this set up here. Okay. Right. Perhaps if I rearrange this station as well. Let's reconfigure this. So I can have the road actually going can I have the road going round the farm is what I'm thinking. So let's get rid of that one and that one. And we'll cargo buildings, that one, and put you there. Okay, and can I make this road? Ooh, can I? I'm not sure I can. I would be so cool if I could get this. No, it's everything's so close. Don't collide. A bit like that. No. Ooh, oh, yes. Yes. So can I then take that bit away and connect you up to there? Yeah. Okay, so that station is now not connected to anything. Oh no. Oh. And yes, I can. If I put that road back in. Right, so it's connected. Yeah, everything's connected again. Yes. Not my best work. Not my best work, but that should do. Yeah, we're going to need a small truck depot, I think, so we might as well just drop one in here. Yeah, that's good. I could put it here, couldn't I, actually? Oh, I can put it in there. For less than 13 grand? Yes. And we're going to be buying some cargo vehicles that can carry... we'll use this truck. It's the latest one. So how many of these do we want? Let's start with 6. And you can go onto the key farm bulk. And you're away. Do you know what? This episode is getting quite long already, and even though Baghdad requires machines as well, we saw a note earlier saying it demanded goods. Whoops! Don't spin the map around too quickly; everyone will get dizzy and nauseous. And goods. Yeah, Baghdad is pretty much our largest and fastest growing town. In fact, we can tell if it's our biggest town by going here, going to size. Indeed, it is. Ajaxpost is certainly not our largest town by any stretch. It's nearly 200 less in capacity than Baghdad. So Baghdad, DMVN Fu, Kiev, wow, okay. Fukushima, Chengdu, even Erewhon. And poor old Manila. Where's Manila? Oh, there you are. Okay. Actually, let's check. How's Manila doing? Oh, 40% of your food requirement. Well, that's good. And that train is still not making money. Okay. We're going to have to get machines in there somehow, or somehow get Manila to grow. Oh, it is growing again. Oh, you saw that up arrow, didn't you? It is going up slightly again. Yeah, we're going to need to work on that. Actually, is that the passenger train to Manila? It is. You're another old train, I think, aren't you? Well, you're only 13. And you're only carrying 42 passengers. Ooh, we need more bigger train than that. You've left 11 behind there. I think, yes. So this service here, oh, that is a tatty old looking thing, isn't it? Our final effort then. So this will be the final thing we do in today's episode, will be to replace this vehicle. And you would... I don't want that, I want you. And you are going at 40 miles an hour with a capacity of 42. Could we put one of our funky new trains on here? Could do. Moderately expensive. Actually, oh no, that's the running cost of the whole train, isn't it, including the wagons? But the locomotive here... Okay, let's do it. One of our smallest passenger routes. Let's put one of our funkiest new trains on there. Passengers. You're cheaper. That's a Russian wagon, I think, isn't it? The Putilov. So should we stay with the Russian theme then for the passenger wagons? We could do. Mind you, you're a bit cheaper. You don't go quite as fast, but I think 59 is perfectly fast enough. I'm going to pretend I know what that is. So we'll have one of you and one of you and another one of you. So that's 60 capacity. So that's more. Yeah, we'll replace you. Thank you. So where's that train? Oh, I'm on speed 2. That's ordinary speed. Looking good. But by going faster, carrying more people, you should of course make more money. And if you can take all these... Okay, not all these 180, but if you can bring this number down significantly, that will be really nice. Excellent. So I think that will be it for today. I will say thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Transport Fever 2. If you've enjoyed this, it'll be great to hear from you. Oh, you see that farm is filling up already. Lovely job. Good. Yes, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. You know, just click on the old thumbsy uppy button. Would be wonderful. Even better if you've got anything to say about what I'm doing with the game, the things I've got wrong, or if there's anything I actually got right, perhaps. Or any suggestions for where to go next, including Era 1, which we will deal with very soon. Then please do drop a note into the comments box below. That would be awesome. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now. And that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. Oh, look, a train! I love it when you just go past other vehicles on your network. Nice, nice. That's the train to Jakarta, probably, or Kyiv, or somewhere down that way. I don't know. Yeah, so once again, thank you so much for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll be back with you again quite soon with another Transport Fever 2 episode from the Island Hub series. But until then, from me, Ajaxpost, bye-bye for now.